been a little while, so figured I'd kind of go over a couple things I've done. First thing I did was take out 36 GPUs. You can see the hole there and the foam over there, and put them inside to warm my house. Those are all my 1660 Supers and AMD cards. So I took all those out, put them in my house, and it's been keeping my house nice and toasty. The other thing I did was I got a 4080 from my local Best Buy. So I wanted to see how this has been doing. Honestly, really good, especially since 4090s. You can't get them for MSRP anymore. They're almost like $2,500. So getting this for MSRP from Best Buy, like the same day, started looking a lot better than it was when you could get those for $15.99 each. So got one of those to try it out. Really not that bad, pretty efficient. It's like a little over 2 3080s and pulls the power of one. So not too bad. And that's pretty much all the new additions I made on the GPU side. Still got all my cards. The only real expansions I've done this year for GPUs is the 4000 series. So I got 5 4090s and 1 4080. One of the 4090s is in my gaming rig. I no longer use that to mine with, which I will cover that in a second. But the only other additions I did this year were Castle miners. So I got 2 KS1s and 2 KS0s, non-pros, but they're all overclocked, and you know, they're doing good. Really low power draw, but you know, they don't yield that much anymore since the emissions went way down. So you know, I've almost got my money back, so I'm not really complaining. A couple more months and all would have all right. So that's going to be all good. As you guys know, GPU mining is absolutely taking off right now. You got Carlson, this Pyra coin, Alephium is doing good now, and since these other coins have come out, almost everything has gone up in profitability. So if you got low power, you're doing pretty good. So here's my gaming machine with the 4090, and then I actually took the guts out and donated the guts to my CPU farm because it had a 5900X in it, and then I went down to my local Best Buy and got a i7 13700K with some 6000 megahertz RAM, and that's been cool. Definitely like it. So that's kind of my new gaming build. But now that the CPU is not very good at mining, I just don't mine with this at all, and that was kind of the intent. Get something that was really good at gaming, sucked at mining, because otherwise this thing will just sit here and mine 24/7. So here's the cold side, and I put a bunch of towers that I built over this week in here because I'm getting into CPU mining. So all of these towers are 7900Xs, and including this one right here. And then there's 3 5900Xs also in there. So 5 of them are 7900Xs, 3 of them are 5900Xs. So I'm just trying to diversify. I have a ton of GPUs. Got a few ASICs now up there. So CPU mining was profitable. The CPUs were on sale, so I figured I'd try that out. I do have an EPYC 7742 dual build coming next week. If anybody knows a lot about CPU mining and has some tunes I can put on these that they want me to try out or something, let me know. I have all of them tuned the same. They're all tuned at 0.75 or 0.975 volts, and all at their base clock. So the 5900Xs are at 4.1 gigahertz, and the 7900Xs are at 4.7. And that seems to do pretty good with a pretty low power draw. They're all right around 140 to 150 watts, just depending on board and RAM and stuff. So yeah, if anybody knows like a better voltage or hertz to have them at, or how to tune some timing on the RAM, let me know, because I don't have any really overclocks going on the RAM. It's just kind of their default XMP and like Expo or whatever it is for AMD profiles. Those are all enabled, so everything's at full speed, but I don't have any custom timings or any custom clocks on the RAM. And I believe that's where people really start getting a lot of extra mega hash. At least on what I'm mining, I'm doing Merino Random X for nice hash. So I'm just doing this to get Bitcoin really. And so yeah, if anybody knows how to get my Random X numbers up, I would be happy to hear it. One kind of cool thing that I did do is I got these adapters on Amazon. They're a C13 to like a normal 110 plug. And that allows me to use all these normal extension cords and all these normal cords for 240 volt. And I haven't had any problems. Everything's good. I don't go over the rated cord wattage. So it's about half the amps that the cord is rated for on 240 volt. And it works fantastic. It's way cheaper to plug in things. You know, these things only pull 150 watts or so a piece. So you don't need a big old 14 gauge, you know, C13 to C14 cord like I do for all these boxes, because these pull, you know, 3,600 watts up to 3,600 watts. On a full load with all the 3080s in there, they'll do about 3,200. So yeah, you need a good cord for that. But these, you know, 150 watts each, you know, there's 7 of them here. So, you know, it's like 900 watts or so, 1,000 watts maybe. So, yeah, you know, it's fine. I got 3 of them running. They're not even stressing. I've ran about 1,500 watts through the adapter, and it doesn't even get hot. So haven't done anything over that. But so far, very impressed. Saved me a lot of money. Cool little trick that I've learned for your PDUs. Another thing I did that I really like is I got these new breakout boards that let you run a motherboard off of them, because it gives you the 24 pins to run a motherboard. And then I got back there, I got HP 1500 watt server power supplies for $15 each on eBay. So that allows me to run these 12 1660 supers and then all 12 AMD cards as well. So really good value for your money right there. You know, you're basically getting a 1500 watt power supply that's, you know, 94% efficient for 40 bucks, 45 bucks or so. So that's not including cables though. Those are separate. So okay, so for some profitability numbers, this is my Caspa. Those are those 4 ASIC miners, and they do right around $34 to $40 a day. Just kind of depends on the network, but 35 is a good happy medium where they've been. So it's not quite, they were over $400 a day when I got them. Now they're down to 30, but they only cost about $3 a day to run. So still good profit, just hoping the ROI within like a month or two. Now I'm doing Carlson, and this has been all over the place. I'm talking from $600 a day all the way down to where it's at right now, 120. It's been all the way in the low 100s, like 106, but that's about as low as it's been. So it's just been all over the place. I'm hoping I don't hold it into oblivion. I missed the big spike because I thought, oh, I was kind of waiting for it to plan out, but it dipped instead. And then the CPUs are over here. They usually do about $14 a day on average, so not too bad. So if we add that all up, let's just say 14 for those. It's low on hash rate. This is supposed to be like in 125-ish, and I don't know, this thing jumps all around, but what they've been kind of making is about, you know, $13, $14 a day. So do 14 for that, 120 for that, so that's 45 or 35, 135-ish, and then about, let's just say 35 for that. So that's like 170, almost $200 a day. So it's not too bad, you know, and it does vary. Some days have been better, some days it's probably, you know, a pretty bad day since Carlson's come out. So not too bad. I'm happy. If this is the beginning of the bull run, I'm here for it, man. Let's go. Let's keep keep these coins coming out because now the hash rate is spreading evenly across a lot of these coins. Alephium, I was mining that for a while. I've just been holding that. That's doing great now. Might hop on that too. So a lot of good stuff out there. Keep mining and just keep it up.